Makoto Shinkai discusses the link between his personal life and wearing with you, also talks climate change, the role of entertainment media and society, addressing your name's criticism. Your name, director Makoto Shinkai, had an interview with a woman magazine's Fuji Koran about his latest film Weathering with You, revealing the personal connection he has with his work. He was born and raised in the Komi Nagano prefecture, but is situated at the plateau and is circled by mountains. He explained when he asked why his works always seems to revolve around the nature theme. In the 70s, it was even more idyllic than it is now. My house was surrounded with nature. I was engrossed in this environment. I stare out at the sky every day, lost in my own little world. I say that I was more an absent-minded child rather than a romantic. Back then, Shinkai had no definite career path in mind. Although he did enjoy creating watercolor paintings since childhood, he did, however, object to his father, deciding his path for him. Since the Meiji era, his family operated a construction business, but he didn't want to take up the business just because he was the oldest son. Unlike Hodaka, however, I didn't have the guts to leave alone. I fervently desired not to leave my beautiful hometown behind, so extended my moratorium period, spinning my wheels. Eventually, Shinkai moved to Tokyo for university, and after graduation, he was supposed to study at a construction company to preparation for taking out the family business. At the last minute, however, he decided to join a game company instead, a Juice, which infuriated his father. Shinkai refused to relent, and through his work he discovered the joy of matching pictures with music. He decided to try his hand at creating his own story, which resulted in the short film She and Her Cat, winning the 1000 Doga CG animation contest. Emboldened by the film's success, Shinkai quit his job and began creating animation in earnest. To this day, Shinkai still doesn't know where he found the stubbornness to oppose his father. I think would take it from my father. If my father had told me since I was young to become a filmmaker, I would have ended up where I am. Perhaps I was simply rebelling instinct. But I'm really grateful towards my parents. Shinkai went on. My mother likes to draw herself, and she told me, "You should do what you love." Those words saved me. Eventually, even my father gave me a chance. He told me to try out anime for 5 years and come back if it doesn't work out. Shinkai says that he wants Weathering with You to convey the importance of having a freedom to decide one's way of life. I want children in Paris to watch it and able to have a frank conversation about what they thought of it. The great thing about entertainment is that, through shared experience, is able to communicate to people across different generations and worldwide. Shinkai's claim that you feel much pressure to top your name, success, but you didn't change the way he now views his work. Until your name, his film was mainly watched by anime fans, but the sheer size of his audience that made him reappraise the role of entertainment and reflected the society around it. The inspiration for Weathering with You came in the summer of 2016, when exhausted from all the promotion he was doing for your name. Shinkai looked up at the sky and saw cumulonimbus cloud, but the skies cleared and felt healed, which gave him the idea and the weather and the human spirit are connected. When the time came to start working on his next film in earnest, Shinkai's thoughts his turned to climate change. People saying the humans are destroying nature for the sake of their own convenience. And I agree with that, he said, and yet I'm a kind of person who doesn't hesitate to turn on the air conditioning in my room when it's hot. Climate change is a large-scale phenomenon with an unmanageable scope, but there's not much a person can do about it. At an individual level, even my actions as a single person have a definite effect on the environment. We feel like something that's out of our realm of responsibility, but it absolutely isn't. I made the film by thinking about how to deal with the problem during the framework of entertainment. Shinkai also addressed some of the criticisms he received about your name. Although he intended the film to have an empowering message that is impossible to change in the future. Some viewers interpret it as a story where disaster is averted with no consequence. Shinkai deliberated on whether the next film should address those criticisms, and eventually decided on the direction will annoy your naysayers, even more. In Weathering You, Hodaka and Hina are at the mercy of fate, but they decide how to live their own lives. I am sure that the people will not be satisfied by the choice they make, but that's fine. I take my role at the start of conversation by creating a story without a correct answer. I'm firing the greatest gift I received from your name.